we have further information about the mystery of the bomber, the Cybertruck bomber. And Sunrise just became a member of them. Welcome, Sunrise. You will be able to access the members-only content real soon. Yeah, iHeartRadio and Spotify as well. iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Amazon Music and Apple Podcasts. Yeah, so Las Vegas police have released new video of a Cybertruck bomber Matt Levelsberger driving the truck around Vegas, which they used to match the clothing to those worn by the deceased. Police also say Tesla has confirmed the vehicle was not in self-driving mode during what happened. So this is the thing. We can take a look at this video. At the same time, we have the manifesto, the email that he sent, allegedly sent to Sam Azor. And the manifesto is really concerning. I'm going to tell you, this is either something really crazy or well, I don't know how to put that. I'm going to read the manifesto as well right after we end up watching the video. Thanks to Nick Sortor, by the way, for the video. So we have confirmation that Leisberger was driving the Cybertruck. He was not dead up until the very point that he apparently shot himself right before the explosion went off. So we know that he actually drove all those miles from Colorado to Las Vegas. We have footage of him. We have confirmation. No, he was not dead. He was not a corpse. He couldn't. The Cybertruck couldn't have gone anywhere because it has to register that you have your eyes on the road, and no, a dead person cannot have his eyes on the road. That is just not possible. And this is the alleged email that he sent before this. It's like, I did not kill myself. I'm going to read it part by part so we can analyze this. From Dayberg MLB, in case I do not make it to my decision point or on to the Mexico border, I am sending this now. Please do not release this until January 1st and keep my identity private until then. First off, I am not under duress or hostile influence or control. My first car was a 2006 Black Ford Mustang V6 for verification. It's important to say that this was sent through Proton Mail, which is secure. You remember how they say there's no completely secure way of communication. And in fact, the more secure platform claims to be, the more feds, those agencies, the F's and the C's are going to be on it like honey, like flies on honey. So nothing is really secure. So this was leaked in some way. What we have been seeing with drones, those all those drones in New Jersey that we have been seeing, is the operational use of gravitic propulsion systems, actual gravity manipulation, powered aircraft by most recently China in the East Coast, but throughout history, the US. Only we and China have this capability. Our upsend location for this activity in the box is below. But, well, that is quite new. Manipulation of gravity. Who would have known? China has been launching them from the Atlantic from submarines for years, but this activity recently has picked up. As of now, it is just a show of force, and they are using it similar to how they use the balloon for SIG Intelligence and ICE-SR. which are also part of the integrated comm system. There are dozens of those balloons in the air at any given time. Well, dozens of those balloons? Well, and why don't people see more of those balloons? The so what is because of the speed and stealth of this unmanned AC. They are the most dangerous threat to national security that has ever existed. They basically have an unlimited payload capacity and can park in over the White House if they wanted. It's checkmate. Well, that's where can I say China like Trump? China. That's like Trump says that. Miss Precy. Yeah, you like it? Unlimited payload capacity. The last time I saw that doesn't happen that didn't happen even in Half-Life 2, the game. You have this gravity gun and could manipulate things, lifting them with your gravity gun. Unlimited payload capacity. It means that you can lift like the Statue of Liberty itself. It's like you just park it over a building and you can lift the building. We're talking about Marvel Studios level technology, like borderline alien technology. I know, it's like I have studied my fair share of physics. I haven't gone that far away, but if you have a machine that can actually manipulate gravity, you must still have some limitations. You must still have some limitations to the capacity of your gravity machine. Or at least if not, it's game over. We can, I don't know, we can be playing the credits roll. It's game over. Whoever can manipulate gravity at will with unlimited payload capacity, it's game over. Okay, they can basically destroy everything with that. So I don't know, I have high doubts about this. USG needs to give the history of this, how we are employing it and weaponizing it, how China is employing them and what the way forward is. China is poised to attack anywhere in the East Coast. All right. And with what would be the point of attacking the East Coast? What are the intentions? I've been followed for over a week now from likely Homeland or FBI, and they are looking to move on me and are unlikely going to let me cross into Mexico, but won't because they know I am armed and I have a massive VBIED. I've been trying to maintain a very visible profile and have kept my phone, and they are definitely digitally tracking me. I have knowledge of this program and also war crimes that were covered up during airstrikes in Nimros. And why didn't you leave some kind of, I don't know, maybe a pen drive, a flash drive or something with the information? Why? Where is all that? When was this sent? It was sent on Tuesday, December 31st, 2024. Afghanistan 2019 by the Administration, Department of Defense, DEA, and CIA. I conducted targeting for these strikes of over 125 buildings that kill hundreds of civilians in a single day. We want a flash drive! Where is the flash drive? Thanks, Resucitado, for the explanation. VBIED, vehicle-based IED. Yeah, something that goes boom. Continuous strike, spotting civilians. It was supposed to take 6 minutes and scramble all aircrafts in CENTCOM. And basically called this war crimes, but the administration made them disappear. This is a Tom Clancy movie. This is Tom Clancy book in just one email. I was part of that cover-up with Usfora, an agent of the DEA. So I don't know if my abduction attempt is related to either. I work with Jen Miller's IO staff on this as well. This is way too much. This is TMI. This is TMI. Too much information. There's too much information. How this happened? I have to say I'm very skeptic and extremely skeptic about the that whole gravity manipulation stuff. Gravity manipulation stuff. Can they do that? Well, It depends of what you think, what you refer to as gravity manipulation. Maybe you have a superconductor, you know that you can have some levitation, but you are not actually affecting gravity, because we still don't know at this point of humanity how two things work. Number one is bicycles. We still don't really know how bicycles work. Yes, that's a fact. And number two, we still don't know how gravity works. That's why we don't have an unified theory of physics, right? That includes gravity. I remember at some point they thought that, well, maybe matter is composed of something named gravitrons or gravitons. I don't remember the name of that. We only know that gravity exists, has to do with masses, that everything has this pull, but we don't know how it works exactly. So if you can seize that power, it's a big deal. But it's not the same. Like if you have, for example, if you have a magnet and have an opposite polarity magnet on top, and the magnet begins to float on top of the no, not the opposite polarity, the same polarity begins to float, you are not manipulating gravity. It's not the same. Manipulating gravity is a big deal. It's a big deal. Of course, in science fiction, I hope to never know how the gravity works. Yeah, I get it, Veronica. I get it. But no, we still don't know how to do it yet, because we don't know what is the foundational, stuff that makes gravity do what gravity does. Oh, Sapphire K9 has just gifted 5 of my memberships. Thank you. For any of you who want to become a member of my channel, there is a link in the live chat where you can go become a member. And on weekdays, maybe today we can do a quick after show. Maybe we can do an after show today. I'm going to do after shows only for my members, exclusive to my members. And you can see behind the scenes, we can hang out a bit more. Maybe we can do that today. Thank you, Sapphire, for gifting 5 memberships. That's just amazing. Such amazing. So amazing. I know how gravity works if you fall off a tall building. Oh my God, Cuplex. Why did you have to make that joke? Why? A plane manipulates gravity. No, Paul Don, a plane doesn't manipulate gravity. A plane uses the laws of what laws? It's like lift. It's like the that is the Newtonian laws in terms of lift, but it's not. You're not actually manipulating gravity. Again, if we know how to manipulate actual gravity, you will be able to make the mass of any object negligible, in the sense that, how do you manipulate gravity? What is this way, or is this proof that you can manipulate gravity? It's like I have, for example, I don't know, maybe my mobile phone, and I just make it just float in the middle of the room because I'm pointed at it with some kind of gun that eliminates or removes the effect of Earth's gravity over it. That would be a big deal. That would be the greatest physics achievement since the theory of relativity. It would be brutal. It's something that, again, we haven't been able to do. It would be great. It would be great. I've always wanted. For me, I would like the. For example, if I leave my phone in another room, just lift my hand and it comes like floating like Thor's hammer to my hand. But we're still talking about science fiction. But don't you tell me that all that surrounds all this Cybertruck explosion is it's odd. Yeah, G-Hammer, exactly like the Half-Life gravity gun. We don't have a Half-Life gravity gun yet, but rest assured that when it exists, I will have one. We have tried to do something with a railgun. You know, the Navy has a massive railgun, but it uses a different principle, which is based on polarity as well. I don't have the let's say the description, but the thing is that if you could manipulate gravity, you could say something that something really stupid. Let's say what is the stupidest thing that I can have here? Let's say, you know, this thing. I'm gonna show you this thing. I don't know if you can see it. You know, the thing that we use to remove the SIM card from phones? Just this thing. Imagine this little pin. Okay, this is like what, 1 or 2 grams. Okay, imagine that Adriana playing Quake. Yeah, the railgun. Yeah, railgun in Quake is my favorite gun, by the way. Imagine that you have this 2 grams of mass, and you can remove the effect of gravity on this. It is a theory. If you can remove that, you can remove many other things, many other effects of physics on this. So you can basically have the ability to accelerate this. You could be able to accelerate this near the speed of light. Okay, if you remove the effects of gravity, which is the part that we don't know. We don't know if removing gravity, what effect could it be? Could it have with wind resistance or air resistance to this? So many stuff that we don't know. Yeah, and we could make we could penetrate a concrete wall with this if we can make this maybe like a railgun bullet made of a principle of removing gravity for things. That's a full science fiction, a lot of science fiction. But again, if any country gets to manipulate gravity, it's game over for all the rest. That is way beyond nuclear weapons. That is way beyond nuclear weapons. It's game over for everyone else. So, railgun makes me think of ray gun. Yes. Railgun makes me think of ray gun, but I want to know what you think about this in the comments.